Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi, and I covered software project specifications in my previous video. Then I covered the function specifications in my last video. The project specification and functional specification the areas or the topics are covered under the area of requirement engineering. So the requirement engineering in general is composed of covering the project specification and including the feasibilities, the economic, technical, operational, and the schedule. Then the next part is the requirement elicitation and analysis, and requirement gathering techniques are there. Then we perform the analysis to gather the detailed requirements in terms of functional requirements and non-functional requirements. And then we do the requirements validation. Requirements validation, we try to show prototyping to the customer, or we use JAD sessions, or we use GSS sessions, joint application design and group support system. And then basically we try to make sure that what we are going to have implement during the design phase, that should be confirmed. And if we have weak analysis, that will result in weak design, and we don't want to have rework, or we don't want to go back to the planning phase. So that's all about the requirement engineering. So we do feasibilities in the project specs, then we do requirement gathering techniques, then we perform analysis to have the summary of requirements, then we do the requirements validation, and in that requirements validation we show prototype or JAD or GSS to make sure that these are the requirements what customer wants, and there is no ambiguity, there is no unclear requirements, there is no missing requirements. So that's about the requirements validation. And then we have the requirements modeling using the data flow diagrams, or the UML, use case, class, and the sequence diagram. And then we do the data modeling. That's about the schema architecture, and we have logical schema, ERD, and we have normalization, but we do ERD up to the analysis phase. So the output of planning is the project specs. Output of analysis phase is the requirement specs, or we call it function specs or requirement specification document. Then we are covering today the design specs. So once we complete the design phase, we must have our design specs that should be ready, and that's the objective of the design phase. And we have various types of design. For example, we have architectural design, so that is covering the architecture, including the data flow diagram or the UML. And requirement specification is covering the architectural design, and requirement specification is covering the abstract specification, that's the software specifications. Then you have interface design. That's the most important element of the design specs. In the design specs, we have interface specs, in which we have different template, but I found one of the templates in the Jeffrey Hoffer book, Modern System Analysis and Design, in which you have the form name or report name, and then you have the function or the purpose of the form, and then you have the environment. It is internal environment or external environment. Internal environment means within the office environment, where you can get help from your colleagues, and the external environment like the ATM or the mobile applications. So that's about the environment. Then the system, operating system, you are using Windows or Linux or Unix. And then the type of user, that this form or report is for top management, middle management, or lower management. And then you have the screenshot of the interface that's approved by the customer during the prototyping. And after that, you have after the screenshot of the interface of form or report, you have the usability. How much once you show the prototype in the interface to the users, how many of the users are happy and satisfied with the usability? And then what is the speed of execution? Is it a heavy interface or flashy interface, or it's a lightweight or simple interface? Normally we recommend during the design that the interface should be light and simple, so it doesn't take much time to load, does not consume much resources of the computer, so the quality of service should be high. And then the efficiency or performance in terms of accuracy, that so after the efficiency or performance, you have accuracy, that how much the output of the what is expected from the interface, how much it is accurate in terms of results. So what are the inputs and what are the outputs, and in terms of outputs, how much it is giving accurate results. And so usability, speed of execution or performance, and accuracy, they all are in percentage out of 100. And normally we complete this part after the implementation phase. So we leave these three fields empty till we have the implementation, and then we will fill them after showing during the testing. We have different type of tests. So during the testing of the customer, we will fill the usability, speed or efficiency, and the accuracy. Then you have the component design. You have component diagram, and what are the main components of the system. So you have component specs for them. For each component, there are specifications. For example, what is the qualification of the component, how much this component is qualified for the according to the requirements of the new project, and how much customization you need, and then how much you need customization, then how much you have to add APIs, application programming interfaces. Application programming interfaces is the set of library of reusable components to have integration, to have intercommunication between the old components and the new components. So that's the API is there, the reusable components. Like in Java, we call them packages, like import java.io.static, import java.applet.static, AWT, and frames and swing. So that's the API. Or like for example, we have API for Windows in the form of if you open the system32 folder of Windows, you will find DLL, dynamic link library, you will find OCX, ActiveX object control, you have exe executable files. So these are the system files, and they provide interfaces. So interfaces between the software to software. So you can have Windows is the platform. On the top of that, you can run Office or Java or PHP or different applications on the top of the operating system. So there are APIs that provides the bridge between them, or we have APIs to run web applications over the web servers, like Microsoft Internet Information Server, IIS server is there, and it has API to execute web applications. It's called IS API, Internet Server Application Programming Interface. And then you have, for example, for database, you have API to connect front end with the back end. Like front end is ASP or ASP.NET or PHP, and the back end is you have Oracle Server, Microsoft SQL or MySQL. So this API it's called ODBC for Microsoft platform. It's called Open Database Connectivity. For Java, you have ODBC and you have JDBC, Java Database Connectivity is there. So under the component specification, you mentioned cover a component diagram and the required, that how much it qualify, how much customization, how much you need to have integration issues, constraints, all that are mentioned there. And then you have algorithm design. Algorithm design, you have the pseudocode, flowchart, decision table, decision tree, NS diagrams are there. So normally flowchart is the most widely used technique for algorithm designing, so that's the algorithm specification. You have hierarchical charts in case of structured programming, which show the decomposition, breakdown of the main functions into sub-functions. But in case of object-oriented, you have use cases and you have use case descriptions are there. So that's the about the hierarchical charts. Then you have dialogue diagramming under the design specs. So we call it system design document, or we call it design specs, design specifications. These all are covered under the design document. So that's the thank you very much for the today's lecture. Assalamu alaikum. May Allah bless you.